Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tarot and the Star. I am your host, Melody. Today, I'm going to be doing a ghost box session, and it's going to be to connect with the musician Kurt Cobain. Kurt Cobain passed away April 5th, 1994, and that date is coming up. So let's kind of see what's going on in Kurt Cobain's world. We're going to go ahead and try to connect with him, okay? And, we'll ask him a couple of questions, see if he's seen anything from our world. It's curious to see what he says, okay? So let's find out. Spirit guides or the spirit of Kurt Cobain. Can you come forward if you are able to talk, Kurt Cobain? Can you come forward? Or can you allow your spirit guides to come forward to speak with us today, just to kind of reconnect to you and see how you've been doing? Hi there, Kirk. I heard you say yes. How have you been doing? I know the anniversary of your death is coming up. Is there any messages that you want to say to anyone? Your daughter, your fans, or anybody? Now, I do want to say, on a personal note, Kurt Cobain, I did see part of your journal entries. I did read some letters from your journal, and I had a dream that I spoke to you in the dream, and you were kind of letting me know, what kind of person you really were. Now, we'll keep that between us, what you were telling me, what kind of person you really were. But was that you that came to me to talk to me in a dream? I've had that quite a bit with some people that have passed away as celebrities, and I had these conversations with them, and I don't remember the whole conversation. Was that you that came to me to talk to me, to let me know you're okay, stuff like that?
Yes. Bill.
Okay, Kurt, we're going to ask you a couple questions here today, none of which me and you've spoken about your rock and roll type of life. We're going to ask you I'm going to ask you some tame questions for the audience, okay? And you can go ahead and, if you want to answer them, feel free to. I'm a very easygoing person to talk with, and just feel free to kind of be yourself, all right? Okay. The first question, did anyone, Kurt, know the real you? And why do I ask this? Because you know how sometimes when people are rock and roll celebrities, they put on this persona, right? They put on persona with people. Did people really know the real you? Were you presenting the real you in front of people, or did anyone know the real you? Okay, the second question, Kurt, that I want to ask you, do you still write music where you are on the other side? Now, through my life, I have, I don't know how to describe it. I've had dreams where they were vivid, where people that are gone, they're musicians that are long gone, they're still writing music on the other side, okay? Do you still write music on the other side?
Guys.
Okay, question number 3 for you. Do you miss your old bandmates? I don't know if you were able to see from where you are. Sometimes you guys come in and view what's going on in the real world here. I shouldn't say the real world, in the earthly world that we live in. You're able to view certain things that are taking place here. Were you able to see that your bandmate, Dave Grohl, he started a band of his own called the Foo Fighters? I'm sure he probably spoke to you about that ahead of time. That's what I'm getting. I'm picking up that he spoke to you about that ahead of time before your death. Were you able to see him in his new music, the Foo Fighters?
Country?
Here.
Okay, I heard you. Now let me ask you another question, Kurt Cobain. This is a question I've always wanted to know, okay? It ponders my mind when I listen to your type of music, when I hear the music that you were playing. Were you always going to go down that Lead Belly type of music? I mean, did you ever feel that at some point while you're living, you could have branched, like maybe you would have branched out away from Lead Belly, or were you going to perform more of Lead Belly type of music? That's the kind of music, when I hear that from, all of the songs I've heard of yours, I feel that I'm connected more to that type of music. Were you going to continue that route, or were you thinking about doing something else while you were living?
People. Hear it. Hold it.
Okay, Kurt. I didn't hear an answer there, but I'm still editing. I'm going to edit this after we're completed with our, our little interview. I'm not sure if you were able from the other side to see an auction that was going on where they're auctioning off your items. And one of the items that I saw them auctioning was a green sweater with holes in it. Now, I know that on the other side, you guys, you still laugh and you're able to see things on this side. I know this, okay? Were you able to see that they did an auction of that green sweater of yours with the holes in it? And if so, what do you think about that? What do you think that they auction off that sweater? How do you feel about that? I know that's a silly question, but I'm sure many people out there would want to know. I want to know if, you probably, I'm feeling that you probably would have thought that was silly. But, let me know in this recording, what do you feel? What do you think about them auctioning off that green sweater with your holes? Kurt Cobain, what do you feel about the modern technology that we have nowadays? Were you able to see that now, we have cell phones that that we're able to do applications on the cell phones, and now they have artificial intelligence, stuff like that. What do you think about this type of stuff? think I heard you. Okay. Yeah, it is kind of weird, right? Okay. And, you know, I talked to you on a more personal note, like just friends, you know, like we're friends, like in my dream, like we were speaking in my dream and you were telling me more about yourself, and that was really cool. Anyway, we're going to move on. So, are you happy, Kurt Cobain? Are you happy that people still listen to your music? What do you think about that? Are you happy that they still listen to your music? There's a lot of fans, there's a lot of people, and then there's a lot of younger people coming into the scene that are listening to your music. They even had I don't know if you had a chance to see this, maybe not, but they had a TV show where they had a guy that looked kind of like you, and you know, they put resemblances to you on certain shows, you know, because it's kind of like you were an icon of your time. You were an icon, right? So people cherish that, you know, and they want to kind of how do I put it, Kurt? Like, it's like they want to get the essence of what you were, what you were to people of that time period of the 90s. It's like they want to take that essence and kind of reproduce it and show younger crowd of people how that was, you know, for you, for people living in that time. And you're like the to many people, you're like the epitome of that. You're you know, you are the epitome of what the 90s is, right? And what grunge rock was. So are you happy that people still listen to your music? So, Kurt Cobain, I'm going to ask you again if you have any messages for your family or friends out there or your fans. I'm not going to bring up the situation with Courtney. I know that's been talked about with many people, a lot of controversy about your death, and I pick up that you don't really want to bring that scene up. So I'm going to respect you and not bring that up, okay? Instead, I'm going to ask you if you have any messages for Courtney or your daughter Frances or any of your bandmates or any of your fans. Kurt Cobain, is there any last things that you want to say to your fans out there, people that still listen to your music? Any advice or anything you want to say to anybody?
In this time,
It was great talking to you, Kurt. We'll definitely keep in touch in the future. If, you know, maybe perhaps later on in the future, we'll reconnect with you and see how you're doing. And, your anniversary of your death is coming up. And I know a lot of people are going to be thinking about you and wondering about you. There may be even specials on talking about the story of your life or, the music that you've done, something like that. So I wanted to kind of get this out and, have your own words expressed through this ghost box to how you feel about things. Okay, goodbye, Kurt. I'm going to say goodbye now. Great talking with you, Kurt. All right, man. And that was the ghost box on Kurt Cobain. So that's kind of what's going on with Kurt and how he's doing. And, I wanted him to express that because I know the anniversary of his death is coming up, and people may want to hear this, and they might want to hear what he has to say about certain things. But I like to ask different questions sometimes in these ghost box readings because, some questions are probing and some questions are just kind of getting to know the person, and seeing what they feel about certain things that are going on. Because even though somebody's passed away on the other side, they're still very much able to come and see what's going on our side. Okay? They can still visually pop in and see what's happening, So, I wanted to see if he was able to see some of these things that have transpired, right? But in any event, I appreciate you guys staying tuned to watch this program with Tarot and the Star. And if you're liking these videos, click on the like button. If you have not subscribed, subscribe. And click on the notification button so you're notified of my upcoming videos. I'll continue to do ghost box videos as well as tarot readings, and of course your weekly, your weekly reading and your midweek reading on all star signs. So I appreciate you guys. Stay tuned. watching Tarot in the Star today. And what's the most important thing? You are the most important thing. So never forget that. Thank you, everybody. Bye.